chat? Leave again. How's everyone? Hope you guys are doing good. I'm good. And yeah, that's about it. Woke up. Yeah. Oh fuck, I forgot about the side quest. Why me? I hate my life. I hate my life, chat. I hate my life. We already got all the fucking Christ. I totally forgot about the fucking. I really don't want. I really don't want to do this. But whatever. It's my fault. Man, I don't want to do this. I really don't want to. I should have done this when I was off. It just slipped out of my mind. I was so busy with other stuff, chat, that. Oh well, I guess I gotta do it. So stupid. Well, look, we're looking for Tony and Mina that put out a request for us. Is that you too? I'm from Arkwright Situation. We got your 4 SPG. Whoa, you really showed up. Give me a second chance to fix myself a bit. Know myself a bit more. Okay, that's good. See, I told you it would work. Do you mind if we explain our request? Sure, I'm all ears. Okay, well, the thing is, there's this boy who goes on Sunday school with us. His name is Jet. His name's Jet, and he can be a little rough around the edges sometimes. He skips school a bunch and gets into fights with other kids. Definitely sounds like a handful. Yeah, really is. He really is. And no matter how many times the adults yell at him, he never listens. But none of that stuff means he's a bad person, you know. He's just a hard time expressing himself. Sorry about that, chat. I'm just drinking some water. Anyways, the problem is that Jets. Well, 3 days ago he stopped coming to school, and we haven't really seen him since. He stopped coming without saying a word to anybody. That's what we think anyway. I know he got a lot of stuff going on at home, but his dad hasn't reached out to anyone either. Then maybe he's really just skipping school. I don't think so. Jet might not like most things, but he does like me and Tony. That's why whenever he skips class, he still comes out to play with us. It's, but it's been 3 whole days since we've seen him. There's gotta be something wrong. I still can't blame you for being worried, honestly. That's right. The teachers have also been acting pretty weird today. I think they've been talking about Jet. But whenever we ask about what they're talking about, they just say it's grown-up business, and that's we don't need to worry about. How could they say that to us? Jet's our friend. Anyways, that's why we decided to come for you for your for to come to you for help. Can you please figure out what's going on with Jet? Look, I get that you really care about this kid, but I'm not sure this is a job for a spring gun. Seriously, about to turn down a little kid arc ride? What a shame. This seems like a wonderful opportunity to witness a spring gun in action for once. Come on, Van. I get this is probably probably falls into the guild's bucket, but I'm worried about their friend too. No, wow, no pressure, right? Ah, this really isn't kind of my job normally take, but it sounds like I'll have my hands full if I don't. Guess there's nothing to do but to do it. Well, I'll take your request. Not sure if we'll be any help though. Awesome. Thank you so much. Well, start talking to your Sunday school teachers first. Sounds like I know a thing or two about what happened to Jet. They know, sorry. Yeah, I think they're having a meeting about him earlier. Father Krisan and Sister Olga are inside the chapel right now. If you find anything out, let us know as soon as possible. Will do. Mm. We don't have any proof, Olga, but we can't really do anything. I'm going to the police station and file a report. Ahem. Sorry to interrupt, but we're wondering if we could ask you to a few questions. Oh yes, of course. Seem to be what seemed to be the problem. Well, you see, I'm a sporting gun, and we just got a request from a couple kids that goes to Sunday school here. They wanted us to look into their friend Jet is. They're worried about him. That must been Tony and Mina. They ask about him every chance they get. I'm surprised they tried to hire Springer though. I mean, no offense, but you should really let the church handle something like this. I'm not sure how comfortable I feel sharing information on one of our children with a complete stranger. That's about the reaction I expect, honestly. It's way harder to do this sort of things in Mesodem than it is in the capital. I mean, particularly everyone knows your face back home. I vouch for them. They may not look at it, but actually pretty trustworthy. Although Mr. Arkwright, although given Mr. Arkwright's explanation dub yes, sorry if I say that right, say I said that wrong, character, your reaction is understandable. Don't worry, if he does anything that would offend the goddess, we'll make sure he receives due, due punishment. Oof. You really have it for me. Those robes, aren't you with the congregation of the sacraments? Yeah, sorry to barge in on your conversation, but you were just saying something about filling a report. Why not ask these guys for help first? I'm surprised you place so much trust in them. Personally, I still have my res- reversation, but well, is maybe this is Ado's will. So you let us handle it. Yes, we would happy to have your assistance. First, let me explain. As you know, Jet hasn't been to school in 3 days despite us trying to keep an eye on him. Having heard nothing from the boy, we made a trip to his house this morning and see what's going on. When we did, however, we were surprised to hear he simply never came home in the first place. What the hell? Sounds like are worse than we thought. So he completely missing then. Yes, and yet Jet's father said he had no intention of notifying the authorities. What the fuck? His response to the matter is, well, simply, I'm sure he'll come back eventually. But after that, he also said something of effect of, he'll be sorry for putting me through all this. Sounds like he doesn't care about his son's safety. About talk about a rough home. Yes, we believe it's possible that just being abused. We witnessed his father get upset with him on several occasions. He uh, 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 he occasionally comes to school with injuries as well. Not the kind you expect from fighting with other kids either. However, his father claims they're all Jet's doing. He says that he gets them while playing because he's so competitive and quick to get his fight with other children. I know we agree to take this on, but maybe it's better if we leave this to the police. I think so too then. I disagree. Yeah, going to the police is out of the question, for the moment at least. What are you talking about? The kid could be in serious trouble right now. Look, the cops are going to deal with this one or two ways. Either send him back to the old man or place him in protective custody. Plus, there isn't enough evidence or Jet or his father have conflicting story. The investigation alone will take months. In other words, any potential resolution would be brought to a standstill, and it would be served to make things worse for Jet. I suppose that's true. That's why you should let us investigate first. I see what you mean. Didn't think you ever thought that far ahead. It's just, I get why some kids would want to run away from home, being though myself share a stop in the fast after all. Well, I'm riding your coattail a little this on this one, but I agree with you. That said, we welcome to put a report with the police, but wouldn't you mind waiting a bit at least until we had a chance to do our thing? Yes, of course, we understand. I guess our first step should be Jess' house then. In it it is the right by the entrance of the back street. Please do whatever we can to help him. Sure, we'll go see what we can find. Okay, this must be the place. Yeah, sounds like that's going to be a real piece of work though. Don't you think it'll be a little tough to get information from him? There's no way he won't be on his guard with us. Yeah, I think it'll be best before our plan first. He should actually starting to sound like a Speringan. This is actually what I've been looking forward to. Well, first we should make sure the ones doing the questioning are the least imitating of all of us. I got a voice recorder right here just in case. And also got a job for Zeros. Zeros, well, I don't mind. I guess I don't mind as long you actually have a plan. Yeah, take care of this when the time comes. Now show let's get this show on the road. We consider we're traveling together anyway. I figure we might as help them out. But how are we at least imitating ones? He really thinks he can get away with us pushing around like this? Still, I think he made the right call. We may as well register ourselves to it and knock already. Leon knocked on the door to Jet's house. Damn it, I was just trying to get a buzz on, so he's drunk. Aren't aren't I seen you around before? You with the church? If you, is it about my kid, I already covered it with the others. Pleased to meet you. I actually started working with the church here in Mesledam. We're here about Jet from the. We heard about Jet from the others. As his father, I'll be right back. I gotta a pee. Okay, chat. Sorry about that. We hear about Jet from the others. As his father, I'm sure you must be horribly distraught. You see, we thought that perhaps we might be of some help. Yes, that's right. We want to help look for Jet. Don't you bother yourself about it. I'm not sure he ran away or what, but it's possible because I gave him a pretty harsh talking a few days ago. Give him a day or two and he'll come back. This is this isn't the first time he ran away. I mean, 3 days is a it's a bit off at first, but otherwise no. Why do I have to sit here and answer all this dumb question anyway? Which the board I was starting never drop him on me on the first place. I mean, the kid does whatever he does its mouth off. Doesn't clean, doesn't cook. If it weren't for the money, I guess the housing him, he won't be a spit to me. He ought to be grateful. He be has a he'll grateful he even have a roof on his. Jesus, this that's an asshole. This man's a bit unpleasant as we led to believe. Can't believe. You got something to say with me, Missy? I said I can't believe what a lousy piece of shit you. My goodness, what were our matters? The sister here is particularly thick, you see. The present of verbal abuse is on occasion. Huh? Seems like they're hanging by the thread there. Maybe it still work out? They seem pretty unhappy with all, but choosing them was the right choice. He least likely to be guarded with someone from the church. After the visit they had earlier, why won't they send someone over? Would you look at that? I think they are wrapping up. I see, so they're not actually blood related, and the only reasons keeping him around is because the welfare gets the garment he gets from the garment and the church. Shitty old bastard creeps like that makes me sick. I don't see any sign of children in the house anywhere. Given the way his father's acting, it's likely he's been back since hasn't back. Likely he hasn't been back since he left. On a separate note, I admire your incredible willingness to for for it. I don't know how to say that. Force for 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 Fritz to work on others, man. Truly an admirable quality of a Springan. Sorry, yeah, sorry to throw you guys in a deep end like that. You were a big help. Right, alright. The next, this next bit is up to our Zelvia and Zeros. You're talking about the sense of the house you had Zeros pick up, right? We just need we just need to have him compared it against any other sense in the city using the charge search. I think you can do that. You think you can do that, Zeros? I really wish I did this when I was offline, chat. I so regret it. Guess we're all set then. We'll take over from here. I guess we can let the Clary set for a bit, rest for a bit. Of course, we're happy to oblige. Maybe this time we actually see you do something for once. Oof. This seems to be where the trail ends. The fact that Eliza's trash can doesn't exactly fill me with relief though. Yeah, talk about a bad omen. But I guess it's a lead. But I guess a lead is a lead. Now let's see what's inside. Right, here we go. So that's all it was. Thank goodness I was afraid I was gonna find kid stuff in there. You've been watching too many trailers, Judith. Although I was also starting to get a bit spooked. Let's see what's inside. Hold an old map, a scrub brush, and a large towel. And all that there was also looks like an all worn out set of kids' clothing here. I assume Zeros must pick up a sense on the clothes. I'm sure I'm sure they're jet, but why they're here thrown away? The items were gathered together pretty neatly. It doesn't feel like somebody's trying to dispose of the evidence. Maybe whoever threw the stuff just wanted to get Jet into a change of clothes. They're pretty they are pretty dirty. Probably wanted the kid to clean up a bit. Do you think someone's trying to take care of him? It seems pretty likely possibility. The question is who? We should able to narrow down based on the contents of the bag. Yeah, it doesn't really look like your typical family trash. It probably came from the shop over around here. In that case, maybe it was. Oh God, I don't know this question. Give me a second, Chad. Oh God. Yeah, I was about to say that. The bat house. The bat house. Whoever works there definitely know where Jet is. That makes sense. A bat house would totally have all those items. You're right. I haven't even thought about it. I think that means that's our we have our next stop, yes? Yeah, let's go see what they have to say. Use bat. Dang, that's pretty good. Excuse me, ma'am. We'd like to ask you a few questions. Certainly, what do you like to know? We're not. You're not taking care of a child here by any chance, are you? We're looking for a little boy named Jet. May I ask why you're looking for him? We spoke with a few people in the chapel who were worried about him. They haven't seen him for 3 days now. Yeah, and we promised we do whatever we could to find him. Is there any way we can convince you to trust us? No, it's alright. I, I plain to see you're good folks. However, I'm afraid I have to disappoint you there. Jet just ran off a few minutes ago. The boy practically burst out the door like a tail was on fire. This something happened? Well, you see, maybe it's the best start from the beginning. If you don't mind. He's been worried about that boy for a while now. You see, his father is far from being a good man. Some times back, I saw him push a kid to steal something from the souvenir store. Then 3 days ago, I noticed him wandering around by himself at night. I called him out and noticed his cheeks were swollen, like he'd been beaten. I figured I would patch him up a bit. So that's how he ended up staying here with you. Must mean you're the one who had him changed into a different set of clothes. You knew about that? Yes, that was me. I was lucky enough to have some clothes around his size that we usually serve for customers. So I had him change into those, then give him a meal that be easy for his stomach. That's very kind of you, ma'am. Sure explains that what he's been up this late, at least 3 days, which leads us back running out of here a few minutes ago, right? His search seemed been feeling better. You see, I was thinking, asking him would you like to stay here permanently. You want to become his legal guardian? I'm impressed that you're willing to take on that kind of responsibility. Well, my husband passed away, and my only son is living somewhere with his own family. I hardly know what to do with myself if I don't have someone to look after. In the end, I it just won't sit right with me if I sent him back to that awful father of his. You won't find any disagreement here. I was in the middle of asking him what he thought of me taking him in, but when he when he went up and ran off, I'm sure he probably needs some time to think over. Well, I think you painted a pretty picture. It sounds like Jess probably hasn't gone far either. I'm sure he's nearby, probably over the lighthouse. I'm a bit worried about him catching the cold in this weather though. If you don't mind, would you be willing to go check on him for me? Of course, will be no problem. Well, I guess we finally meeting Jet. Let's go. Jesus Christ, I hate my live chat. I should have done this when I was offline. It's my fault. It's my stupid fault. She's getting out cold here. Hey, what's the long face kid? Where are you? Now your business. Actually, it's very much of our business. We're planning to go. We're planning to go take a bath at the bathhouse, but the old lady at the counter was a bit of teasy. We asked her if there was a problem, and she said she was worried about a little boy who ran out that she couldn't focus on her work. I didn't realize. So are you this chat she was talking about? If something's bothering you, why don't we talk about it out? Otherwise, we might never get a turn in those bats. An interesting approach. He seems very versed in dealing with kids too. The thing is, the old man asked me if I wanted to stay with her. She gave me new clothes, fed me a ton of food. I didn't. I don't know what to think of what of what to think at first, but it was better than anything I ever had at home. Sounds pretty great to me. Why not give it a try for a while? Give it a try. You expect what do you expect me to do? If I did, it'll be like running away from my dad. This isn't a matter of pride though. If he's treating you poorly, it's okay to run away, don't you think? That's a coward's way out. I'm no coward. I'll never lose a fight. But this old lady, sure, she treats me like I'm her kid right now, but it's just for show. Gotta, she gotta be like the old man. She wants me to for the mirror. Do you really believe that? Yeah, of course I do. All girls are just liars and phonies. She almost had me fooled. Glad I came out here to cool my head. You came out here to cool your head, and that's your answer? You're the biggest dumbass than I thought. You got some screw up in your head that you don't even know how to accept some goddamn human decency. Oh my. Hey, isn't she's going a bit too far here? Yeah, she's really laying into him. Nah, let's let her handle this one. Why you got why you gotta yell at me like that? You're just like my old man. Listen, you wanna know why I'm so angry? Because you said something wrong, and I think you know what you know what it was. What do you mean? You know exactly what I mean. That old lady is genuinely worried about you. She wants to help you however she can. She doesn't deserve to have her feelings spat on just because you think she's only in for the mirror or whatever. Why are you saying this? I know I was out of line saying that stuff a minute ago, and I know she's actually really nice. It's just I went if I went with live with her, I have to explain it to my old man. Look, I don't know what your dad say if you try to leave, but it sounds like you want to stake the old lady up for her on her offer, and you're too scared of your dad to do it. What you're missing is the courage to be honest yourself. If you want to leave home, maybe tell some adults how you feel instead of dealing it with it all on your own. Ask that old lady, the people of the church are here to help you. You said you never lose a fight, right? Well, you don't have to lose this one either. I don't- Okay, I'll try. That's the spirit. See, you can do anything if you put your mind to it. I wasn't sure that I was going to turn out so well for a minute there, but it looks like all she all's well that ends well. Yeah, that one more case in the bag. The the diligent sister for you. Oof, indeed. She's a lot kinder than she leaves on. A bit of a busybody. Alright, let's head back. I know I got a little steam there, but I'll leave the rest to you, Springan. Hey, no harm done. Alright then, let's go and get Angela. Then we'll head to the chapel to talk everything over. And they went back to Angela and then headed back to the chapel. Tony Mira gave Jet a, a bit of scolding, but the three were more happy to be reunited. In the meantime, Van Group sat down with the head of the church, Visar Dion, to discuss Jet's future. And that's why I decided to take on the boy. If it's possible, I'd like to become his guardian he so that he can continue to live in me. I'm sure that I'm sure this would have gone much sooner if I consult with the church first. I'm very sorry of all the trouble. There's no need to apologize to. There's no need for an apology. The same some of the blame lies with us for not doing more in the beginning. Besides, it should be relatively simple to register him with your name and household. Consider it sounds Consider it sounds like that's Jet's wish. I'll say that we can go ahead and start moving things in that direction. The real problem is what to do with his old man. Yeah, this going to be the critical part. You sounds like you already got a plan in your mind. Want to share with the class? Yeah, if this is true, we certainly like to hear it. The way I see it, we got two options. The first option is to hand him over to the police, and the second option, we don't trust turn him in. We don't turn him at all. Won't handing him to police be the obvious choice? I think so too. We clearly have a testimony from Angela and the boy himself that he was being abused. We even have those record sentiment from when he spoke to the father earlier. He should held accountable what he's done. Even he's brought in, his case won't his case be tied as a serious crime. If Jet was harmed to the point near being killed, that would be a different story. But because most likely been able to attend school regularly, there's likelihood that the father could get off with a light sentence. If that's the case, then I understand why we won't want to get the police involved. But you don't plan to let the father get off scot free either, right? Right, I'm going to have him sign a contract as a guarantee that he's not as a guarantee that not only leaves Messeldam, but that he'll never make contact with Jet again. If well, it certain won't be a loss for the community. But and if we threaten to expose his other criminals to the police upon the breach of contract, he should have no issue agreeing with our terms. That's a pretty good idea, but also means the church won't have face judgment. He can just start a new life somewhere else like no big deal. Even thinking about it pissed me off. I think it's most important we make sure he adheres to the contract. And to be frank, I'm not totally convinced he will able to get him to sign. I suppose we just rely on the spring and experience once more. I imagine there's no clear situation here. We all much You're all much closely aware that just concerned than we are. Oh my god, we have to vacuum now. So I like to take perspective into account into matter. It's up to you, Van. Well, if you want my opinion, maybe we should turn him to the police so he'll actually pay for his crime, or do we leave him a silent contract? Rather make him pay. I'm sorry. If if we meet him, turn him over to police. Guaranteed he'll be back on the street in a few years anyway. And if and, and even that even and even that's even they lock him up at all. Still, I think he deserves a rack over the coils. Hopefully, he'll get proper punishment for his crimes. I see where you're coming from. It, you're you make a very convincing argument. Very well, the church will move forward as you suggest. Soon after, the word was sent to the police, who then sent to see Jet's father. After doing some questioning around the neighborhood, it was made clear without a doubt that there was no was there was ongoing child abuse. Jet's father was quickly placed under arrest on suspicion of negligence and abuse of a minor. And that's one down. I hate my life with this thing. I should have done it. I should have done the side quest earlier. Should have done the side quest more better. I hate this. The heck? Looks like the entrance and exits are blocked off, but all the blockades inside are still unlocked. Alright, as long as we use the docks, we should be able to reach the server room. Okay, let's get moving. Oh, what the fuck? A fearsome foe's prowling. Let's do this. You're dead. That was easy. Revelations? I think we're done here. Yeah, we're done. Should have done. Dean realized there was a shoot here today. There weren't they weren't around when we came through here earlier. Gothi's probably been moving the production here and there and everywhere, filming things the script never called for. I swear, this happens every time it gets worked up. Makes me wonder how the cast and crew are coping. Well, we came all this way, might as well go and say hello. Hey you three, what's the new scenes you're working on now? Oh, look who it is. Judith, I'm glad you asked. Actually, this little show flurry popped up at the right time. Preacher Antonio, the young, handsome businessman who came to Michelle's rescue, is revealed to have been the boss all along. Michael's about to fall right into his clutches. A twist like against the backdrop like this. Phenomenal. Plus, now you're here, I see where you're going with this, Salvatore. Putting both female leads into scene at once will lead it to more impact. Ha! I tell you, this woman really gets me. What did you just walk into? Seeing a movie play out behind the scenes is more fun than I thought. You could barely even tell the whole thing was off the cuff. Man, what an experience! To think we have a front row seat to performance by two of the most ravishing actresses of our time. Maybe dial it back a bit, fanboy. Ha, you and me are birds in a feather, Leon. Too bad you didn't. Too bad you didn't come by sooner, or I couldn't give you the full backstage experience. But by the by, I understand that Van filled in the role of your cast member. Perhaps I could do the same next time you're in need. Ooh. Hey, now that's an idea. With pretty face like that, I could line you up for a screen debut if you're up to it. Quick egging him on, damn it. The actor who didn't show that's the actor who didn't show up yesterday. Quite a role they snub you in for, fan. Yeah, it's, it's pretty it's pretty difficult for a gaudy production. You can tell he's big and irredeemable villain, but it got different vibes this time around that he and them are co-directing. Hey, what's this? A live studio audience quick lacing around. The scenes wrap up, so let's get back on the track already. Right, we won't want overstay our welcome. Whoops, guess that we got a little derailed. Sorry, we get in your way, everyone. We'll be taking our leave now. Not at all. You're welcome to visit anytime. So our next set of shorts is over the back street. We'll lead the way once everything is packed up. That place is near the underground club. You got rehearsal this evening, young lady, so I better not see you slaughtered late. I know you don't need to treat me like a newbie. I heard talk about construction job in the area several years back. Supposedly, special attention was paid to the plumbing. Noted. Thanks, Grammy. Damn, your grandma got serial real street smart. She reminds me of a bit of Master Barkon somehow. Well, we must let her kindness go. We mustn't let her kindness go to waste. Shall we off? Yeah, let's come. Come on, guys. We have a reading. There's a hidden entrance here. Yep, look, we hit the jackpot. It's sealed off from the other side though. It's gonna take some elbow grease to open it. Here goes nothing. Hold up a second. Something the matter sells? Don't let me. Don't tell me you're getting cold feet. The hell do you think I am? There, I put a barrier to keep people out. It's only hold for 5 minutes though, so make this quick. Right, thanks. I can't wait to get this over with either. The smell is expected to be a stench, but not quite this purine. The escape hatch leads to into shit lagoon. Guess we have to hold our breath and go. Actually, the mental health standpoint, I won't prefer to avoid term through myself. Sorry if I said that wrong. Oh yeah, I forgot you can't do that. Indeed, this perfection barrier it cleans the around area around me and removes the foul odor. Shall I casted you as well, save for Van, of course, since you seem confident he can grind and beat it. Yeah, real funny. Jokes aside, that's an impressive spell. It'll spare our nose, not to mention our laundry. Agree, let's take him up his over. No sense making things hard for ourselves on this stage. Upon descending into the passage, Van and the others found themselves in a pitch-black sewer. Using their sense, series of barely noticeable scratches in the walls as their guide, they eventually made their way forward, and until eventually. So this is where the tunnel leads. We're on the western skirts of Amsterdam by my estimate. Looks like to me the entire area would be out of view for everyone in the city. All these twists and turns, no signs of civilization, makes for a good getaway route. Oh no. Wait, what do you know? The thing wasn't reacting before. I was starting to think we missed the mark. We're in the right path after all then. Wherever the legacy might be, we must have the same connection what happened to what happened in Eden. Yeah, we want to be ready for anything. I'm not sure I felt about that thing in your hand. We can delve with the matter later. Our destination is nearby. I sensing something up, strange ahead. Well, proceed with caution, everyone. For sure, you guys do the same. Nibelheim. What the heck? Dang, that's a powerful move right there. I missed that treasure chest. What the hell? Nice. I like Leon more. To be honest, I like Leon's more um, move more. Van, how the fuck you miss? Seriously. Seriously, Van, how the fuck you miss? I'll level up more, a bit more. All dead. Oh, material is good. The hell, all those monsters, Jesus. Jeez, Leon has freeze, which is that is so good. Meanwhile, back in Meslinam, oh no, not this idiot. Oh. What the fuck? What the fuck? Of course, I'm not surprised. Uh-oh. Who was that? Really? How the fuck she miss? Oh, that was. Gotta say, I didn't expect you guys to be so gung ho about this legacy business. Chasing down wild rumors doesn't seem like your style. Well, the situation a bit more involved than that. In what sense? It's kind of concerning you guys. I guess it might as well come clean. But how about we send that big luck packing first? And then that takes care of that. Now back to what I was saying. We recover a bunch of artifacts doing that crap with the Genesis Tower. But before we could bring them back to Arteria, they up and vanish on us. What? Vanish? Between Dantes and the three golden overseers, that's a decent numbers of artifacts. Indeed, fearing a potential crisis upon El, El Leon of the church dispatched us to investigate where, their whereabouts. That doesn't exact bode well. Yeah, but the way those things work, not just anyone can use them. That that plus one at least. So there's a chance Almana's artifacts are still part of their legacy. We'll find out ourselves soon enough. The fuck? You found the dad already, huh?
俺みたいなドブネズミにも通すべき筋ってものがある。クソカングどもがやらかしたことを
Sorry, I don't talk much chat when I can't narrate this because they're talking. I know I wish I was more talkative when it comes to RPGs, but like I said, I'm trying to change everything. So on Thursday will be my other Metroidvania game, a new one, of course.
首都で妙な事件が起きている。そいつがどこまで噛んでるかはわからねえが。映画らみってんならケリをつけないじゃん。
that'll be a while.
あんただってそうなんじゃねえか。ああ、まったくだ。いいだろう。どうやら俺にとっても潮時だし、これで許されるとも思わねえか。
それじゃあ
その程度とは生ぬるいな。
Oh no.
この人たちって教会の光を。
Oh shit, this guy's.
オルテシア教のマルタザーラ教裏解決するまでこのような場所では見えた。しかしながら現在は任務を遂行中。邪魔だけはしないでいた。
任務だ。横からしゃしゃり出てんのはそっちだろうが。
まさかとは思うが、あんた
知れたことだ。その男のダダ罪だ。アルマータと構成ロビン・グラスコはあの日クレイ村までトラックを走らせている。
Oh shit.
あの惨劇を引き起こした反応兵器。それを運んだ男で間違いあるまい。
そうだったんだ。だからってそれは命令されたからでしょ。反応兵器のことだってきっと知らずに。
そうだ。俺は何も知らなかった。だが
This is insane. Those lunatics has gone too far. Thousands of innocent people murdered. Wait, the cargo I was transporting, this was this my fault? Look. Well, look what it is. Oh no, Meckledor. Splendidly done, Glaslow. Thanks to you, everything went off without a hitch. Now, be a good little worker, and take the next one over Oricon for us. Okay.
二つ目は知っていて運んだのさ。俺には片木の家族がいる。もし危険を定めれば必ず報復される。だからその日のうちにターヤとは別れた。息子ともども故郷を暮らし、俺はそうと知りつつ計画を実行したことに違いはあらない。それはもはや下法の所業。死をもってあがなうがいい。
って待ちなさいよ。責められるべきはこの人じゃないでしょ。
僕もそう思う。少なくとも死に値するなんて
無駄ですよ。副兵長さんは認定された悪を裁くだけですから。しかし参りましたね。ここで死なれてはいろいろ聞き出せなくなりますし。
そっちがその気なら仕方ねえよな。あ？
任務遂行の障害となるならやむを得まい。守護騎士を含めそれなりの手がいい。こちらも少々本気をなさ。
あれって
オラシオンのメササ財貨を応用した霊視多重行為。どこか彼の方が成功に迫るかもしれません。
って誰がそれなりの誰だ。
ともかくやるしかない。相手は手だれだ。お前ら油断すんなよ。
ああもう。
She's farther, Jesus Christ. No, that's over.
あの霊視多重行為も以前より精度が増しているようです。
でもこっちだって。
お前らもういい。もともと報いは受けるつもりだったんだ。ここでけしめでも構わねえだろ。
グラスゴーさん。
悪いな、ボスみてえな年の子まで巻き込んじまってよ。だが今まで散々悪事の片棒を担いできた。俺に
そ
のけじめなんじゃねえのか。アルマータに属しつつもマフィアを嫌っていた最後の残党、罪から逃れるためではなく、あんたなりの筋を通したけじめってやつ。後悔してるってんだな。クレイ村の連中に花は手向けたんだ。追悼ミスは A の資金の流れは完全には解明されてね。あんたにしかわからないことが山ほどあるはずだ。まだやることはあるんじゃないか。
バンさん、
まあ簡単には償えない罪だからこそやるべきことがあるわよね。ちょいと強引だが言うじゃないか、弟弟子。おいクソ坊主ども、こいつは私らの方で引き取らせ言っておくが、先に手をつけた以上は絶対に
そちらとの小競り合いは珍しくありませんが、大抵の場合落としどころとしては先行していた側が優先されるケースが多いはず。ならばここは我々に任せていただきましょうか。結果に納得できればいいし、できなければ改めて介入を試みればいい。
ああ、文句でもあるのか。
Damn.
なんとかなったみたいだ。
この先の落としどころ、
上出来だろ。一旦聞かせられてよかったぜ。マリカちゃん、あんたを息子に合わせられないか。ルカを知っててもな。散々説教取り上げられて余計なお世話と言いたいところだが、一応礼を残せ。あいつらに会えるの先になりそうだな。言っただろう、潮時だな。俺は警察に出頭する。もう一度家族の元に戻るためにな。
グラスボーさん、
つくづく家族が多いんだ。
まあ刑期は長くなりそうですが、あなたならなんとかなるかもしれませんね。
ああ、しっかり務めを果たしてこいや。
恩返ししてるわけじゃねえが、こいつを譲ってやるお前なら暴れることにはならないだろう。
なんだ、やっぱてめえが持ってやがったのか。だってもったいないわね。でそれ
What? Is
大のオーブメントと、それで複雑かつ
the one part's missing.
間違いないけど、
バーさんたちが持っているゲネシス、まる
知ってやがったか。そんなそう。こいつはゲネシスってやつの一部だ。
第8の
確かに使ってなかった。けど、
ああ、分割されてる。くそ。
先生からざっくりとは聞いてるが、アルマータはそのゲネシスってのを集めてたらしい。
ああ、俺も理由は知らなかったが、ボスのジェラール直々に指示出してな。配下を動かして長い間探させていた。だが最後の一つは結局見つからず。ああ、デスインの前日に一部のみが俺の元に送られる。
それが最後の鏡、赤のフラガメンですが、古代遺物ではないものの超常的な現象を引き起こすそうですが、
詳しくは知らないが、ゲネシスってのは反応兵器を生み出すきっかけになった。このかけら自体に対した力はなさそうだ。何の保証もねえ。形からして外国の一部みたいだしな。他のかけらと組み合わさった時にどうなるかも。
まさかと思うのが分かる。他のかけらに心当たりがあるのか。
ああ、まあ、だが確証はね。確かに必要がありそう。グラスコ、他に情報はねえのか。そいつにまつわる話なんだな。
そういや、ランプト方面で似た噂が真田に資料を置いてきちゃうんだな。
Oh shit!
もしかしたらトランク母さん早速ルカ君に連絡を。
よくわかるんだ。そういやお前ら息子と知り合いなんだ。
ああ、実は昨日知り合い。
あんたが想像一人で大きなトランクまだ名前は抜けないね。
結局依頼は受けなかったけど、お父さんが無事だったって伝えてあげないとね。
待て。お前は何を言ってるんだ。
だから昨日ルカ君と会って。
あの子トランクに書斎の書類をたくさん入れて持ち歩いてたところって。
Wait, what's going on?
確かに俺の息子の名前はルカ。
Oh no.
あの子のはずがない。ルカはね。
Oh shit, that wasn't Luca? Oh no. Oh shit. I knew it.
どういうこと？その顔、ルカ君。
あれが彼の息子ですか。しかし
ありえない角度と狙撃。おそらくのそうなってやがった悪だよ。
ああ、してやられたぜ。かすかに読み上げ、ここまでやらすとは。ルカ、俺たちを利用しやがった。息子は悪い。この男こそ。
ピンポンピンポン。さすがじゃん。裏解決や休みにしてもショックだよな。うすうすとはいえ最初から疑いを受けてもらえなかったし、こっそりつけてくるしかなくなっちまったじゃん。やだやだ。僕が頑張ったのにこれってどういうこと？
ふざけてんじゃん。あんたが何者かなんてどうでもいい。その格好もただ人を撃っておいてヘラヘラ笑ってんじゃない。
そうだよ。なんでこんな形で罪を償おうと。
置いてこいやクソガキ。このセレブ様の前でやっちゃいけねえことをやりやがって。おい、きっちりケツ吹かせてやるよ。
やっべえ、あれが正気？なんでだ。そんじゃこいつは
Oh no.
人形兵器。さらに殺して。
強化され
ああ、外角そのような力。いいのといい油断できません。セリスさん。
誰に言ってやる。全部畳んでやる。くそ。
改めて僕の名前はいくつ？せっかく外角を手に入れ
It's
たから
this?
少しは使ってみたいってのが人情だな。遊んでよお兄さんたち。綺麗な蜂の巣にしてやるからさ。
バカバカしいサスキ。
上等だ。お仕置きしてやるからかかってきやがれ。
さあ覚悟しなさい。
僕の行動から逃げられるかよ。やってくれます。
God damn. He dead. There we go.
今日はここまでだな。
そろそろ置いてしまいにしろ。
もうゲームセットってやつ？しょうがねえけど今日のところはこのくらいで。
いくつつったな。このゲネシスの外角。この部分は首都のやつが持ってるよな。
いや参っちまうぜ。ほんと油断も隙もねえよな、裏解決やって。これ以上計画に支障が出ちまうか。てわけで僕はこれで一応目的も果たしたしな。
待ちなさいよ。
逃がしました。年派もいかぬ間に恐るべき使い手でした。
あの理由も含めて素性が気になりながら。いや、今それより私らで見とってやらないとな。
急所に一発。助けられるなら助けていただくんだ。
Jeez, he did. He did.
グラスゴーさん、さっき人を呼びましたから、もう少しだけ頑張ってください。
終わりかかって。
あなたと家族に合わせてやるんだ。
How the hell is he alive?
俺は満足だ。お前助けて少し体の荷が。だやルカ、これでもお前らに聞きんばば。どうか安心して幸せ。
男子将軍グラスを空の目で
Oh my god, I'm so tired.
その次に許さされ安らかになること。
After Van and the group reached out to the police and Brace Guild, who attend Glasgow remains upon their arrival. Discovered among his belongings was a ledger with details a record of Almara's financial dealings. This proved to be a major breakthrough in shedding more light in their operations. Despite all the bumps on the way, Director Gotti and Director Nam's collaborative film complete principal photograph in Mesledem. Zek's arm, to be contrast, was subject to a compulsory investigation, forcing the company to withdraw from the Republic. Although a member of their employee did manage to evade the authorities, the port city was finally at peace once more. Meanwhile, Van and company, having left the rest of the cleanup to the policing guild, decided to close out one final 4 SPG. And so a small village in short ways of town delivered Glasgow's last word to his family.
ちらは滞りなく。しかし報告した少年はおそらく例の男のような格好と赤髪の着物方面と合わせ引き続き監視が必要でしょう。
Oh shit, there's still look. There's
案外楽しかったじゃん。いくつか予定外もあったけど、初仕事にしちゃ上出来なんじゃね？ああ、分かってるって。心配ねえよ。火種も撒いたし、祭りはこれからじゃん。一緒に盛り上げようぜ。ようだ。
Jordan. Oh wow, finish this. Oh well, that was done. Well, chat, that should be it for me. Hope you guys enjoy my playthrough of Act 1A Port Caprio playthrough. I will be back on Thursday with a new Metroidvania game. Which one you asked for? Give me a second to look it up. Fuck, where's my thing? Give me a second, chat. God damn it. Give me a second. Here you go. Yeah, here you go. Okay. Sorry about that. Display capture. No. Yeah. Here you go. Here you go, chat. That will be my next playthrough for my Metroidvania Mao Memory in Orbit. So hopefully you guys enjoy. Hopefully you guys watch this one. With that said, Gauntlet sign out and happy gaming, chat. Bye for now. See ya.